Hey guys, YouTuber Minute here. Alright, now here I am with another TV Christmas special review. And now for this video, I'm going to be talking about the Full House Christmas specials. So, now throughout the like Full House is run on TV, they had three Christmas specials throughout the series. And so, yeah, I decided to just talk about all three specials in just one video rather than doing one video for each special. Because like I did with when I talked about the Power Ranger Christmas specials, they're just like other specials that I would like to talk about, and I just really feel like it would be better for me to just really just do like talk about all these specials in one video, so I can make videos for other Christmas specials as well. So yeah, I'm just going to talk about all three Full House Christmas specials in one video. So yeah, like I said, Full House did have three Christmas specials during its run. They had one during the second season, one during the sixth season, and then one in the last season. And yeah, I do think that all three of them are overall pretty good Christmas specials. They all do seem to all have the same tone really, and they seem to sound like the overall the same message, but they do it in different ways. Pretty all three specials are just trying to show people, or it's trying to send the message of the stuff that Christmas really is about. And it's not really just about the stuff that it's known for, like presents and the decorations and all that stuff that Christmas is really known for. And yeah, I do think that all three of these specials really do the job really well of just really getting the message across of what the true meaning of Christmas is. It's about helping people and just being with people and yeah, all that stuff. And not really about presents and all that stuff. And yeah, especially with the second special, it really does tell that message really well. But yeah, the other two specials really do seem to really do a good job of telling the getting the message across as well. Alright, so yeah, I'll just talk about the three specials. So the first special that took place during the second season is titled Our Very First Christmas Show. And yeah, what this one is about is that the Tanner family are like planning to fly out to Colorado to spend Christmas with some family relatives. With this, but yeah, during their flight, the flight ends up getting they end up making a unexpected landing due to a blizzard in Colorado. And so, yeah, they just end up stuck in a baggage claim room at an unfamiliar airport, and yeah, the flight's just postponed until the next morning, and yeah, they're stuck there on Christmas Eve, and yeah, and it just shows that Stephanie is just really unhappy about it, and she's just really upset that Santa is not going to be able to find her and give her presents and stuff. And yeah, and just throughout the episode, Stephanie just really unhappy, and the family are just really trying to make Stephanie feel better. With a DJ is trying to make Stephanie feel better by assuring her of the presents that they're gonna get and stuff. And there's even one point where Joey ends up dressing as a Santa to also try to make Stephanie feel better. But then through Michelle, Stephanie realizes that it is just Joey in a Santa outfit, and Stephanie just felt that it was just a mean trick that Joey pulled on her, and yeah, Stephanie just is really unhappy about it, and then and yeah, and there's also a subplot in this episode where uh Becky is on the plane that the family was on as well, but she was like heading to her home state of Nebraska to spend Christmas with her family. But yeah, she ends up being stuck in the airport with the others as well. And of course, like this was around the time where like there was not no actual relationship between Jesse and Becky yet. But yeah, Jesse's parents, Nick and Irene, who were on the flight with the family throughout this episode, they were like trying to like convince Jesse to kiss Becky and stuff. And then yeah, eventually after Becky is standing under mistletoe at one point, then Jesse and Becky do end up kissing and stuff. So yeah, this was like just like when like Jesse really was like trying to get a build a relationship with Becky, but yeah, Becky like just ended up like telling Jesse that she just wants to be friends with Jesse at this point. So yeah, there's like a subplot with that going on. And yeah, and then yeah, eventually like after like everybody is just really just so depressed and upset about being stuck in the airport for Christmas, Jesse can just eventually he like speaks to everybody about the true meaning of Christmas. This about yeah, of course, like what it is really about how uh, yeah, Jesse was just like talking about like how Christmas isn't about presents, Santa Claus, or cows. It's about feeling. It's about people and about forgetting our problems and reaching out to help other people. And yeah, he just like told everyone that Christmas doesn't have to happen in a certain place. It happens within our hearts. And if you think, and they can have Christmas anywhere. And yeah, Jesse was just like pointing out how like just everything that's in that baggage room could really be seen as Christmas decorations. There was a coat rack that Jesse just depicted as a Christmas tree, and yeah, a bunch of other and and yeah, everyone then just like gets together and then they do celebrate Christmas. It's in the baggage room. Who kind of just showing everyone like just seeing Christmas Carol. They end up like singing Sleigh Ride, and then the next morning it just is showing how everyone like was sleeping in the airport overnight, and then eventually then the real Santa ended up like showing up, and yeah, like convinced Stephanie he was the real Santa after tugging the beard to confirm it. And then yeah, there was like a the bag of gifts that Danny had for the girls ended up going missing, but then Santa then like showed that the gifts were like found and stuff. But then yeah, when Sophie ran to the bag of presents, then like the Santa ended up just disappearing. But yeah, Santa like gave like he left like a laptop computer behind and it showed like a message to Stephanie. He like just thanking him for the signs that Stephanie did leave for Santa. And then yeah, as everyone was opening the presents, they were like singing Christmas carols, and then they were just like singing the girl from the Panama, or just like as a song they were singing to Michelle. And yeah, there was like a thing going on how that Santa was actually like some guy that was like on the flight with the family. Then like Michelle ended up pulling off his toupee stuff, and then yeah, it's like saying that like that Santa was lying, although there was no actual like confirmation of it in this episode. But yeah, it's like said that Lionel was that actual Santa. But yeah, I mean, it's like a little puzzled on how he just disappeared like that without even anyone noticing. But yeah, it was what it was. And so overall, I do think that it was like a good special overall. I mean, just like with Jesse, just like telling everyone what Christmas really was about when everyone was just like really upset that they were just like pretty much snowed in, really. So yeah, I really do think that got the message across okay. So yeah, overall, I do think that it was a pretty good special. The second special was entitled "A Very Tanner Christmas," and this was during the sixth season of the show. Yeah, there are like a few story arcs that happened in this episode. So, one of them was how Steve ended up like being accepted into a college in Florida, which was Daytona Beach University, and yeah, DJ really was like not as excited about it as Steve was because yeah, Steve of course would be like really far away from DJ, right? And then on Christmas Day, like Steve and DJ gave each other a Christmas present. How DJ gives Steve like a very expensive jacket that Steve has had his eyes on, and Steve ended up giving DJ a Daytona Beach University sweatshirt, and yeah, because of like just how unhappy DJ was about Steve going there, DJ just took that as an insult, and yeah, DJ just stormed off into her room, and yeah, it like turned into like a very big spat between DJ and Steve, and then like it just led to like Steve then just like asking DJ if she just bought that jacket to bribe him into staying, and then yes, and it like just caused tension, and yeah, they just like threw each other's gifts back at each other's face, and yeah, they just like ended up like quote unquote breaking up. But then yeah, later that night at the Christmas party that Danny had, and it showed that there were a few Santas there, and like it wasn't unbeknownst to DJ, Steve was one of them, and yeah, DJ was talking to Steve, although she didn't know that the Santa was Steve yet. She was just talking about like how bad she feels about it, how well uh, being that way to Steve, and through some convincing through Danny, and yeah, she even like revealed that she did actually buy Steve that jacket to try to bribe him to stay in. Okay? And then through the apologies to Santa, then it was eventually revealed that Santa was Steven, and yeah, Steve and DJ apologized to each other, and then they got back, and Steve decided that he wasn't going to go to the college, and he was just gonna stay in San Francisco for his junior college to improve his grades. So yeah, that was one of the stories in this episode. Another one of the stories is that Michelle and Stephanie are are like very obsessed with receiving their Christmas presents. Since then, yeah, with just like all this commercialism for the holiday season, and then like as they're decorating the tree, just uh, the family's decorating the Christmas tree, I should say. Yeah, Stephanie and Michelle are just like really just talking about all the Christmas presents that they want, and then after like hearing so much about them talking about it, Jesse then is just like was just been talking to the girls how they may have forgotten what Christmas is really about. Oh, and then yeah, Jesse told the Stephanie and Michelle that they would be giving them like one of the best Christmas presents ever. And then yeah, that night, then Jesse ended up taking Stephanie and Michelle to well, yeah, on Christmas night, I should say. Yeah, Jesse ended up taking Stephanie and Michelle to a shelter for the homeless, and then after like seeing like that there were like adults as well as kids at that shelter, they they then just like saw like how much they could help, and then at that shelter that they were helping and even like helping serve Christmas dinner and stuff. And then yeah, they like discovered that the joy in giving at Christmas. Yes, and then yeah, Stephanie then apologized for their craziness over presents. But Jesse like told Stephanie and Michelle that he felt the same way as well until his dad took him to the Salvation Army, and yeah, they he just like told Stephanie and Michelle that he never forgot that feeling of helping others, and he just didn't want them to forget the feeling either. So yeah, it also like sends the message here about like really like Christmas is really about like helping others and about giving and not getting. Well, yeah, they did also has that going on. And yeah, there's also like a couple of subplots in this episode. Like it shows that Becky really does miss like having some snow during the holiday season, and Jesse he's like tried to cheer Becky up about it, tried to make it look like it was snowing outside. He like sprayed some fake snow on the back of on the window of the back door, or to like try to get Becky the feeling of a white Christmas. And then yeah, I chilled that on Christmas morning. One of the presents that Jesse gave to Becky was a pair of mittens, and then yeah, at the end of this episode, to make Becky uh, the chair really cheered Becky up, and just gave Becky a surprise, and he just like covered the backyard with snow, which even included a snowman. And yeah, Jesse like revealed that he had a friend who made snow cones, and he just like bought like 17,000 snow cones, which was enough to spread like around the backyard to make it look like snow stuff. Yeah, and there was also like one other like thing where like Danny was really missing Vicky as well. So like Danny did like have a Christmas present for Vicky, but yeah, Vicky like was in Sweden covering elections, so Vicky couldn't be there for Christmas. But then eventually, like during the Christmas party, there was another Santa there, and Santa ended up kissing Danny, and then it was revealed that Santa was Vicky, and Vicky he like just said that she just made it to San Francisco 20 minutes before. So yeah, Vicky was there to celebrate Christmas with Danny, and then yeah, it just ended with like the family, like just in the backyard seeing the snow after Jesse covered it with snow, and then yeah, they just had a snowball fight with Winter Wonderland playing, and then yeah, the episode closed out like that. Yeah, so yeah, I did like that special too. And then the third and final Christmas special took place during the eighth and final season of the show, and this one was entitled "Arrest Ye Merry Gentlemen." Yeah, and yeah, this one was like a little bit different from the other two. Like this really didn't like really seem to really be telling exactly the same message, but yeah, I did. Yeah, the message or the moral of this one, I really think, is probably just how like nobody should really be alone on Christmas, and yeah, that's pretty much like the message that this one's trying to get across. What this one is about is how Michelle like ended up like buying a Christmas present for Danny, which ended up like being this plastic party tie with a cup holder, and and yeah, everyone just felt that the tie was pretty stupid. Like when Michelle showed it to Stephanie, DJ, and Kimmy, they all just felt that it looked pretty silly, and it was then revealed that Becky ended up getting that exact same tie for Joey, and yeah, Michelle was like aroused to see that Becky got it for him, and even like um um Danny even made fun of the tie, and then when Michelle saw Danny make fun of it, she just felt that like Danny would think that the present for him was stupid. So then yeah, Michelle then wanted to go back to the novelty shop she got the tie from and exchange it for something else. And yeah, it was also shown that Jesse was really just complaining throughout the day because he was just like feeling that people didn't have any Christmas spirit. And then through some through some guilt trips from Michelle, then yeah, Jesse then took Michelle to the novelty shop to try to exchange the gift. And then when they got to the novelty shop, uh, the store or owner of the shop, Mr. Dreghorn, who was played by the who was played by who was played by Mickey Rooney. He was just like a pretty grouchy person, and he really just did not want this Michelle and Jesse to come into the store, just like refusing to let them in, saying they were closed. But then, yeah, they eventually like tricked him to let him in, and but yeah, he was still like refusing to exchange the gift. And then yeah, Jesse then decided to just like do it himself and took like another gift. But then, yeah, Mr. Dreghorn ended up locking Michelle and Jesse inside, and he was just like saying that he hit the alarm for the police to come, and so they would be spending a Christmas Eve in jail. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But then, yeah, Jesse then just like told Mr. Dreghorn that like he would just have Mr. Dreghorn charged with fraud and kidnapping and failure to exchange a credit gift. But yeah, but then yeah, as Michelle and Jesse are like in trapped in the shop, like Michelle, Mr. Dreghorn just like ended up like playing some pranks on Jesse through some of the novelty toys in the shop. Yeah, so yeah, Michelle's like looking like kind of two-faced how she's on both sides. Yeah, but then yeah, eventually then Mr. Dreghorn eventually then like called off the police, like saying it was a false alarm, and then yeah he like was then gonna let Michelle and Stephanie out, but then yeah it was eventually then revealed through by Mr. Dreghorn that the reason that he acts that way is just because like he's always alone on Christmas and he really hasn't seen his daughter or her family in years because they ended up moving to Oregon. But yeah, Mr. Dreghorn ended up staying behind to run his store. So yeah, he's basically has just been pretty much on his own for like all this time. It's not ever actually said like how long it has been, but yeah, he's apparently been on his own for a, a certain amount of time. Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah, Michelle and Stephanie went. Why do I keep saying Stephanie? Michelle and Jesse eventually then decide to invite Mr. Dreghorn to their house for Christmas dinner, and yeah, he ends up taking the invitation. Yeah, and then yeah, in this episode, there's also like another small subplot where Vikki and Alex end up being afraid of Santa Claus because Joey like ended up like trying to put on a Santa outfit, but yeah, it ended up like being so small that Joey had trouble putting it on. And after like DJ and Stephanie tried to help him put it on, like he and Alex like heard the commotion, and then they saw what was going on, and they took it as if like Santa was hurting DJ and Stephanie. And then, so then, yeah, this like just led to like Nikki and Alex like having a fear of Santa, and then like a Becky, Danny, Michelle, I keep saying the wrong names, DJ and Stephanie, and they just try to like help Nikki and Alex get over their fears. And eventually they do after like reading the night before Christmas to them and giving them some Santa cookies and even like having a comet that looked like a reindeer and stuff. And so then that helped Nikki and Alex get over their fears of Santa. And then once Michelle and Jesse got home, then Mr. Dreghorn then was with them and dressed as Santa. And then yeah, he then gave presents to the entire family. And then yeah, Michelle then like gave Danny the new gift she got him, which was a candy cane electric toothbrush. But yeah, it wasn't like a traditional electric toothbrush, which has spinning brush results. It was with a moving head. Yeah, instead, what it did was it played Deck the Halls. And so yeah, and then yeah, Jesse also then let Mr. Dreghorn call his daughter and family to tell them Merry Christmas, and then yeah, the episode then just ended with everyone just singing Deck the Halls, and so yeah, that's how it ended. Yeah, and all three of these specials then just like before it actually cut to credits, then just had like some like a message of a just like a happy holidays from Full House and stuff. So yeah, all three specials like just like have the happy holiday bookend to them. So yeah. So yeah, I do think like all three of these specials are overall pretty good specials. I mean, I do think they are worth watching every during Christmas time. Yeah, yeah. If you had to like twist my hand and choose which one I think is probably the best one, I would probably say A Very Tender Christmas is probably the best one. I just think that this one overall is probably the best one to watch. Because I do think that it does get the message across like probably the best. But the stuff with Jesse just showing Stephanie and Michelle what Christmas is really about. Oh yeah, just like how heartfelt that it actually does feel in the episode when they talk about it. I do think that overall probably that one is probably the best one to watch. Probably to get the message across of what Christmas is really about. So yeah, that's probably the one that I would recommend the most. But yeah, the other two are worth watching as well. So yeah. So yeah, you can check out all three and decide for yourself which one you think is the best one. So yeah, so those are my takes on them. All right, so yeah, I guess that's all I can really say about them. So yeah, so this is from reviews of the Full House Christmas specials. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.